For most of the history of the automobile, driving inevitably made noise. The internal combustion engine, with its air intake, fume exhaust, vibrations, and the combustion of fuel itself, generated a significant amount of noise. Carmakers spent decades trying to reduce this noise, but could never really eliminate it. Then one day, driving didn't need to make much sound at all. Enter the electric vehicle, EV, known for its quiet operation, the silent revolution of electric vehicles. Electric vehicles, EVs, have introduced a unique challenge. They are almost silent compared to their internal combustion counterparts. While this quietness is a technological marvel, it poses a new problem. The world built around the automobile relies on sound. Drivers expect audible feedback from their cars, and pedestrians and cyclists listen for the sound of approaching vehicles. The absence of this sound can be dangerous. The need for artificial noise. Regulators recognize this issue. Starting in 2019, both the European Union and the United States began requiring EVs and hybrids to play sound while in use. This sound comes from hidden speakers called an Acoustic Vehicle Alerting System, AVAS. Different standards around the world dictate the rules for these sounds. While the exact sounds aren't specified, designers must adhere to a common set of rules. Designing the perfect sound. The first parameter is sound pressure or volume. The AVAS volume must reach minimum decibel levels to ensure people can hear the vehicle without being too disruptive. The volume must also increase as the vehicle speeds up until it speeds over 30 kilometers per hour, where the noise of tires on pavement and wind against the car body becomes louder than the AVAS, allowing it to fade out. In addition to volume, regulations require the AVAS to shift in pitch as vehicle speed changes. Higher pitch as the vehicle speeds up and lower pitch as it slows down. This ensures that passers-by have an idea of a vehicle's speed just by hearing it. Furthermore, the AVAS must hit minimum volume levels at both high and low frequencies, allowing it to cut through both low-frequency and high-frequency background noise. The challenges of sound design. For sound designers, the challenge is to create a sound that is not too quiet but also not too annoying. It is very easy to be alarming, but achieving a good sound quality that is not annoying is very difficult. Typically, AVAS sound designers create a short, perfectly looping sample that plays faster or slower depending on the vehicle's speed. However, a simple linear relationship between speed and sound can result in a predictable and uninteresting sound. To avoid this, designers layer on additional samples, filters, and modulations triggered by certain driving conditions like full throttle acceleration, creative freedom within constraints. Despite the regulations, there is room for creativity. For instance, some designers have used unique sounds such as a didgeridoo or even an entire orchestra. There is also the concept of skeuomorphism, where a design resembles its real-world counterpart, like early electric lights that mimicked candles or early mobile apps that mimicked real objects. This concept helps transition into new technology by making it familiar. Bridging the gap to a new era electric vehicles don't need to make noise, but they do need to bridge the gap from noisy cars to a future that sounds different. This transition is what sound designers are currently working on. The challenge is to design a sound that is safe, pleasant, and fits within regulatory constraints, while also being innovative and forward-thinking. In conclusion, the sound of electric vehicles is not just about compliance with regulations, it's about creating a new auditory experience that is safe, pleasant, and innovative. As we move towards a future dominated by electric vehicles, the sounds we associate with driving will evolve, marking a significant shift in the automotive landscape.